Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Developing at noon, Southfield's fire chief is speaking out after a 20-year-old woman declared dead is actually alive. We'll have a live report. Plus, President Trump's family taking the spotlight at the Republican National Convention. We'll have a preview of night 3 of the RNC. But first, it is a wet and rainy Wednesday all across the Metro Detroit area. Brandon Rue is tracking it all for us as we look to the rest of the day. That tops our news this noon. Thank you so much for joining us. Out at the Front Porch Studio, we have Grosse Pointe Woods' Brandon Rue standing by without an umbrella. This is a good sign. Rained all morning there.
A sign of some drier conditions, yes. And, you know, we need to be careful what we wish for, because as we begin to clear out, warm up, things get a little more unstable once again. So we've had some good soaking, half an inch to an inch of rain in many spots over several hours, and that's the good soaking variety. 70 degrees right now in Detroit. I mean, same temperature we were at 4:30 this morning. We've got some rain-cooled air that will warm very quickly. But you can see the lion's share of the rain is moving on. Still a presence in our north zone up in Sanilac County, St. Clair County as well. But you can see even the stuff way up into Tawas will be drifting slowly to the east. So we will start to see some afternoon sunshine, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and boom, temperatures take off. 88, steamy, feeling like low 90s. And so an isolated severe storm is a possible, as we still have the area in our north zone under this marginal or slight risk for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. But I think really as we get into the afternoon hours, that warm front lifts through, we start to see things clearing out, and anything goes, Rhonda. I don't think we see a whole lot left over as we head into and through your afternoon, but we are not done. Thursday, Friday, big storm chances still to discuss.
All right, Brandon, we'll check back in with you shortly. Meanwhile, developing this noon, Southfield's fire chief now speaking out publicly for the first time about tension, a story that's getting national attention. 20-year-old Tymisha Beauchamp was discovered alive on Sunday afternoon. This was hours, though, after being declared dead. Larry Spruill was at the Chiefs news conference this noon and joins us now live with an update, Larry, on what he had to say about what's unfolded here.
Yeah, Rhonda, we just finished that news conference earlier this morning where we now know that 2 firefighters and 2 EMTs are on paid administrative leave pending an investigation about what happened Sunday. Let's take a look at some of that video inside that news conference where Chief Johnny Menifee talked to the media about what happened on Sunday for the very first time. Local 4 was the first one to tell you that emergency officials declared her dead Sunday morning after sources say they responded to the home for a cardiac arrest call. Family members tell Local 4 they told emergency crews that they felt a pulse and saw her breathing several times after firefighters pronounced her dead at 8:09 Sunday morning. Local 4 also learned Sunday afternoon around noon that employees at James Cole Funeral Home in Detroit found Tymisha Beauchamp alive. This story has the entire country wondering, how could something like this happen? Chief Menifee tells me his team tried to revive Tymisha 3 different times, and each time they did not see any signs of life. He even explained the timeline of those events Sunday and the allegations made by the family's attorney, he says, are false.
So let me take you through a basic timeline for your clarification. On August 23rd of 2020 at 7:27 in the morning, a 911 call was received reporting a 20-year-old female unconscious, unknown if breathing. At 7:34, Southfield Fire Department arrived on scene to find an unresponsive, non-breathing female. At 7:35, life safety procedures were initiated and continued for approximately 30 minutes. The family's attorney, Jeffrey Feiger, has made several grossly inaccurate statements, which I would like to address today. The most alarming and accurate statement is that a Southfield police officer or firefighter placed Ms. Beauchamp in a body bag. That is absolutely untrue.
Now, right after the news conference, I spoke with Tamisha's mother on the phone. She tells me that she watched the news conference online and she has not heard from the Southfield Fire Department since the incident. Also, I reached out to the family's attorney's office about the allegations that the chief claimed are not true. I'm working on that part of the story. All new tonight at 5. We are live in Southfield this afternoon. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Larry, thank you. State police continue to investigate a collision of 2 SUVs in St. Clair County that took the lives of 4 people. The vehicles collided about 4 p.m. on yesterday at an intersection in Contraville Township. This is between Marine City and Algonac in St. Clair County. The dead includes a man from Lapeer, a man from New Baltimore, and a man and a woman, both from Contraville Township. 3 of the victims were dead right there at the scene. The 4th died at a hospital. Police are saying that 3 of the victims were ejected from their vehicles. 3 people, including a 2-year-old, are recovering after a crash between a Dodge Charger and a semi. This is the scene when it happened along the Davison. This is right on Detroit's west side. A 22-year-old mother and her daughter were heading east on Davison when they collided with a semi heading west. The child is in critical condition and no word yet on the cause of that crash. We do have some good news out of East Point this noon. A missing 13-year-old has now returned home. Police say that he was last seen leaving a home on Pleasant Street and at some point got into a black pickup truck, a stranger's vehicle. This morning, we're told that the boy returned home. An investigation is underway to try and figure out what happened in its early stages. And now to the very latest on the coronavirus here in Michigan. Genesee County Health Department is linking a new outbreak of COVID-19 cases to an indoor wedding reception that took place earlier this month. There are 6 cases linked to that August 15th event at Flushing Valley Golf and Country Club that had more than 100 people in attendance. Over the last 24 hours, the state is reporting 779 new cases with 20 more lives lost. 6 of those deaths were identified during a review of vital records. The Republican National Convention continues tonight with Vice President Mike Pence arguing that President Trump deserves 4 more years. He's making that speech outside of Washington, and that's causing some controversy. Tracy Potts joins us now from Washington with the latest.
Critics are opposing these political speeches on government property, like the First Lady last night, like the Secretary of State. They now want to investigate whether he broke any laws or regulations, and like the Vice President, who you'll hear tonight.
Our life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Patriotism, that's Republicans' focus tonight as Vice President Mike Pence accepts his nomination from historic Fort McHenry in Baltimore amid criticisms of political events on public property. Last night, it was First Lady Melania Trump from the White House aiming to win swing state female voters.
He's not a traditional politician. He doesn't just speak words. He demands action and he gets results.
Mr. Trump praised by 2 of his children.
It is a fight that only my father can win.
My father has made me believe that America can truly be great again.
His chief economic advisor crediting the president for one area where he continues to dominate the polls.
Americans are going back to work. There's a housing boom, there's an auto boom, a manufacturing boom, a consumer spending boom. Stocks are in record territory.
The president popped up twice on video in a naturalization ceremony and pardoning a convicted felon in Nevada.
I can't tell you how grateful I am.
As Democrats projected COVID numbers outside the RNC's auditorium, the night's sharpest attack on Joe Biden came from former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Democrats have been lecturing America about integrity for 4 years, while their nominee has been writing the textbook on abuse of power for 40 years.
Biden's campaign quoting media calling Bondi's claims a fountain of falsehoods.
In these speeches, we're hearing about crime, we're hearing about the economy, not so much specific to the president's pandemic response. It was mentioned, but not a big focus. We could hear more tonight because, of course, the vice president who's speaking tonight, is in charge of that. In Washington, I'm Tracy Potts.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Still to come, the unrest continues in Wisconsin as protesters clash with officers over the police shooting of an African-American man.